Hey everybody, it's Tim with the Horsepower Barn. I'm up at the shop working on my 57 Chevy and probably do a little bit of work on the street stock today too. So just wanted to give you guys an update of everything that's going on with Project 57. So we're going to flip around here and we're going to show you what I've been working on for the last few years. So this is Project 57. So I did LS swap with it. Here, we'll go ahead and pop open the hood for you so we can check this out. So it's a 2005 Cadillac Escalade LQ9 motor, which has the 10-to-1 compression pistons in it. In fact, I had it bored 20 over, put 10-to-1 compression pistons back in it, put a competition thumper cam in it, upgraded the valve springs, the trunnions, put new valves in it also. As you can see here too, we got a Corvette style master cylinder in here. Also has a line lock and a manual brake bias valve, or combination, not a combination valve, but a proportioning valve. I also have a residual valve up there so that we can keep some brake pressure in the rear brake drums, because I got not the original, but upgraded the brakes for the rear drums, just new shoes and hardware. Up in the front, I put in the CPP 2-inch drop spindles. Did the tubular upper and lower control arms. I don't know if you'll be able to see them down there very well or not. Custom fabbed my air intake. Made the brackets and stuff for the aluminum radiator, because we're going bigger motor, got to have bigger, better cooling. So yeah, you can kind of see how the stance is now. Definitely it's sitting probably a good at least 4 to 6 inches lower than stock. Back in the rear, you can see I've got some pretty good sized meats underneath there. I mini tubbed it so that I could put the bigger tires underneath there. New leaf springs, new shocks. I put some 2-inch lowering blocks in it just to get the stance down a little bit. All new body bushings. Did all kinds of stuff to this thing, so we can kind of take a look on the inside here. Got a low car shifter. It's got a 4L80E transmission in it. Wanted to keep it automatic just to keep it easy, streetable, drivable. Got the original steering wheel for it. Also, you can see up here in the dash, those are Dakota digital gauges that are in there. So wired everything, put an American Auto wire harness in it. Over on the other side, I can go around and you can see I also got the matching clock from Dakota to do that. As you can see, the floors in here are pretty darn immaculate. I didn't have to do anything to the floors except for patch up a couple of panels where they probably had a floor shifter in there one time, maybe a 3-speed, maybe a 4-speed top loader. God only knows with cars these old what they've had in the past. Over here in the back, my red oxide primer, everything to kind of make it look a little more original, but those are 3-inch mini tubs. I had the folks over at Vintage Restoration do that stuff for me. They also did the spring pocket relocation kit for me and a couple other little details. Myself and my neighbor put in the panel for the trunk to kind of keep that sealed off. You can see over here with that red cable, That's my main battery cable running up to the starter, so I got my battery located in the trunk. One of the other things that we did too was, you know, after pulling the headliner down, it had that old nasty, probably asbestos filled headliner in it, so we took all of that out and put in a nice foil backed foam type insulation in there, put a new dome light in there, again, you know, with all new wiring harnesses running throughout the car. Yeah, my door flippers actually sort of kind of work. Getting ready to do the door panels. As you saw in one of my previous videos, I was installing the stainless steel trim on them, and so got that done. Got the package tray all cleaned up here in the rear, so we're working on that. One thing I'm going to do is, I had a lot of people ask me, well, what color are you going to paint it? Well, there's been a lot of thought on that, and I'm not going to paint it. I'm going to Scotch Brite it probably a little bit, take some of the rough surface off of the paint here, and then I'll probably just clear coat it, or some folks linseed oil it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the patina on it and not be afraid to ruin a $30,000 paint job. So that's kind of what we're doing there. Over here you can see some remnants of parts. So I've got all the garnish molding, the windshield molding and trim. I got the glove box sitting right there. Got some more trim sitting over here. Over here I've got the driver's side door panel. And then underneath here we've got the rear armrest panels. I got to bring those back to the house and get those rewrapped. Got the seat shells for the front seat bottom there, and then some more windshield trim. Those are the front seat backs sitting on top, and then the rear seat bottom over there. I'm going to bring that stuff home today, start burlapping and hog ringing and doing all kinds of fun stuff with that project. So that's what we're going to do there. Oh, one other thing I got going on too is down along the channel between the door and the floorboard down here, there's a cover piece that goes along here that's going to cover up the battery cable on this side, and over on the other side is where the wiring harness goes to the rear. So we're going to cover those up just to make sure that, you know, nothing's going to get stepped on, crushed, have any issues going down the road. And then the other thing that they say too is it helps the carpet, when I put the carpet kit in, also lay nice and flat too. You can see here too, I've gotten the new windlass piece in here, so that'll get tucked up into that front trim piece. Also, what I did too was, and it's kind of hard to see, but up along the top edge where all these little tabs are, that's all new tack strips, so that when we go to put the new headliner in, we've got some new good tack strip to nail into, so hopefully that, or staple into, however we're going to do it. So hopefully it doesn't blow apart when you start going to put staples and stuff into it. So we're going to be doing that. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been working on Project 57 here. I'm going to grab the keys here, and we're going to open up the trunk, and you can kind of see how the I know it's full of crap, kind of my storage area, but here you can see where the battery is, where that's going on. Also, we've got the mini tubs on both sides, so we had to do a little bit of work there to get the The trunk hinges and all of that support stuff put back in there. Kind of hard to see back down in there too, but I put a shock bar in it underneath instead of having the shocks go up into the body of these things, because those were known to be kind of a problem area. So kind of eliminate that that issue too, so that the shocks don't start coming up through the body of the car, and it's also going to help it be a lot more stable. Speaking of stability too, I put a 1-inch sway bar underneath the front end, along with those tubular control arms too. It'll give me a little bit more caster, so it should track down the road pretty good. So yeah, that's the update on Project 57. So keep following along and hit subscribe if you haven't already on my YouTube page here, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.